it's all just words. I didn't think there was much difference. So what is the difference between copywriting and content writing? Is there one?
Well, there's a lot of debate around it and what the difference is, but the general opinion is around the purpose. So content, when you're writing content, that tends to be more your blog posts and articles, white papers, ebooks, that type of thing, where it's about informing or educating or entertaining the reader. So it's about building relationships and engaging people. Not it's a more indirect way of selling to them. So you're getting them engaged with your brand, but you're not saying, buy this from me. Whereas copy tends to be more sales focused. So the purpose of copy is to get people to take an action at the end. So whenever you're writing copy, you're thinking about, what do I want people to do once they've read this copy? So for example, if you've got an event and you're putting it on Eventbrite or a platform like that, the page that you create would be copy because you would be wanting people to book it. So everything on that page would be written to convince people to book your event.
So in theory, then, you've used some sort of content marketing to get people to go to that Eventbrite example that you've given there. And then it would be your copywriting sales copy that would then drive them to do the action that you ultimately want them to do.
Yeah, exactly. So in the same way that your blog posts are a bit like your shop window, they're the thing that draw people into your website because you're promising them tips and advice and value. But then once they're on your website, the copy sells to them. It promotes the benefits of your products and services, explains why people should do business with you. It handles any objections or concerns that they might have, and it gets them to take an action at the end. The action isn't always buy-in. It could be to donate or sign up or subscribe or join or visit something or book something. So the point of copy is to get people to take a specific action at the end.
So they're two different skill sets ultimately then from the writer.
Yeah, they are different. I mean, the end goal ultimately is the same. You want people to buy from you, in the same way that in the past, sales and marketing got lumped together as a job role. People would be, what's your job role? Sales and marketing executive or sales and marketing director. And then eventually they got split out because they were seen as very different skill sets. You had your marketing department and their job is to get the leads, and the sales department whose job it is to convert the leads. It's a similar thing with content and copy. Your content is to attract people and build that relationship and get them engaged with you. But the job of the copy is to convert them, to get them to take an action. So they are different skill sets, but a copywriter may be able to write content as well, and a content writer might be able to write copy. But some copywriters choose to specialise in one thing, just as some content writers choose to specialise in one area as well.
So if I was a business wanting help with these things, should I be hiring a copywriter or a content writer?
Well, I think the best thing to do is just approach the writer and tell them what you want to achieve with your copy or your content, and they should know whether they can help you with that. It's not really, I never think it's up to the clients to understand the difference. It's just up to the clients to know what their objective is for it, and then it's up to the writer to be able to say, yes, I can help you with that, or actually, that's not my skill set, but I know someone who can help you with that. So I think it's up to the writer to be honest and tell you whether they can help you achieve what you want to achieve. But it's up to the client to know what that is. What do you want to achieve from your words?
And I bet you don't have like a GCSE in content writing or a GCSE in copywriting, do you? So what kind of qualifications could someone have? Or is it not about qualifications, is it about experience and testimonials ex-clients have done stuff for? What would you look for?
It's not always, I mean, I do have qualifications in feature writing and copywriting, but I rarely get asked about my qualifications. I think the good thing about copywriting and content writing is you can provide examples of your work. People can read what you've done and decide themselves whether it's good or not. But yeah, just speak to people and ask them what their qualifications are, ask them for examples of their work, or look at the content they're putting on their own website and decide whether you think they'd be the right fit for you or not.
Me personally, I would say that's the most important. I do that when we hire animators, graphic design people. You can go through college, you can go through university, and your portfolio is made up of just things that you've been forced to do while you're in those institutions. Or you can find someone that's shit hot on Instagram that's not qualified, but it's his passion. He's been doing it every day.
Yeah.
And it's almost like You kind of like, I would look at that as my way that we hire when we're looking for people.
I always say I don't think copywriting is about being good at writing. Obviously, that is a part of it, but being good at copywriting is about being good at selling. And that's what drew me into copywriting in the first place, because I'd always worked in sales. I loved the psychology of sales, and I was good at writing. So combining the two worked really well for me. But I love writing content as well, because I love learning new things. So that's why I do both. But as I said before, not all copywriters will write content, and not all content writers will write copy. So it's about working out which writer can do what you need, who can help you achieve the objectives that you want for your business.
So thanks, Lisa. You've now made it very clear that the difference isn't that obvious, and really a good writer be able to do both these things.